Hi guys, so in today's video, I'll be talking about what kind of questions can you expect in the US visa F1 interview, right? These are some very important questions and you are bound to get at least 2 or 3 out of these questions. Starting with the most basic one, why have you chosen this course? Now, the course question, the subject question is very important because this is why you're going to the US, right? To study. So you need to clearly know why you have chosen this subject to study in the US, right? Now, how do we answer this question? Let's say, for example, you're going to pursue a bachelor's degree in computer science. Now, tell me, is this answer correct? I want to study computer science because ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated by the world of computer science. I really enjoy playing games and I really want to understand how things work in the computer world, right? So, this is a very generic answer and not a correct answer. A good answer can be somewhat like this, that I was really fascinated by how ChatGPT works. It is used everywhere. I've used it in making my assignments. I've used it to study in my both exams. And things like this, I used to watch in movies that we ask the computer something and we get a response immediately, right? I'm really fascinated by this and I want to get into the bottom of this. I want to know what makes this technology. I want to know how algorithms work, right? So make your answer very specific, right? So your answer related to why you've chosen the subject needs to be specific, exact, and needs to convey the officer that you're genuinely interested in the program. Talking about the second important question about the university, right? Why have you chosen this university? So honestly, you need to know why you've chosen the university. You will be spending your next 4 years or next 2 years in this university and you need to know everything about it. You cannot give them a general answer that this university is well run, this university has good facilities, it has a gym, it has a swimming pool, it has good clubs. These are very general answers and every student gives them, right? These answers you're not going to get anywhere. And you need to give them exact answers about the university. You need to tell them about the department in which you will be studying. You need to tell them about the professors who will be teaching you. And you should know that also. This is very important stuff, right? You need to know each and everything about the professors. You need to know about the facilities related to your department. Coming to the next very important question, finances. Very important, right? You can't afford to go wrong with this question. So they can ask you how much will your education cost? What is the cost of your education? Who's paying for your education? Different questions like these. Now, keep at a point that you're answering the question related to finances based out of your I-20, right? When they ask you how much it will cost you to study in the US, the answer should come out from your I-20. On your I-20, you can easily see that the cost of your education for 9 months is mentioned, right? So tell them that the cost of studying for 1 year is so and so, and I'll be studying for 4 years, so it'll be so and so. Now, the most important thing, they want to know how you'll be paying for it. So if your parents are paying for it, tell them clearly, my father is paying for my education. He works as a manager in HDFC Bank, or he is a army officer, or he's a farmer, whatever it is, right? Tell them clearly, tell them about your savings, tell them about the funds which are available. If you have additional funds, like you have assets also, you can tell them that, but it should make sense, right? If you're telling them that I have a house or a property worth so and so, how will that help you with your education? Are you going to sell that, right? Whatever answer you're giving, should make sense. It should be able to convince them that you have the resources to cover for your education, not just for 1 year, for all the 4 years of education. Alright, coming to the last question of this video, a very important question, and I'll say probably one of the reasons why a lot of students get rejected. Immigration intent, right? How do they know that you have any immigration intent or not? This question is, they know it by asking you, what is your long-term goal, right? What do you plan to do after completing your education? Very, very important question. And I know that it's a very difficult question also, because you, at this point of time, might know, might not know. Like some of the students are very clear about their long-term plan, but majority of them are not, right? So this is where you need to work on. You need to spend time on your own and understand what your long-term plan is. Because if you don't know what your long-term plan is and you're going to the US, you should not, right? You need to figure out your long-term plan and you need to convince them about your long-term plan. Your long-term plan should be aligned with things in India, right? It is okay to say that you want to work in Apple. It's okay to say that you want to work with Google or Facebook or Tesla. All these companies have offices in India also, right? So you can say that I want to work in so and so company for some time, and then I want to come back to India and do that, right? Work in the same sector here. Be very concise here, right? You cannot afford to go wrong with this question. So these were some very basic questions which will be asked in your US visa interview. Get in touch with me if you need help with your visa interview or if you need help with studying in the US. Thank you.